everybody loves fireworks, unless you're trying to sleep, that is. Stay before maybe, a big soccer match? Well, that is why fans of Liverpool set off the bright blast right outside the hotel for the team, Real Madrid. This happened in the early morning hours on Tuesday before the two teams played later that night. Pretty good move, huh there, Jay? Well, Real Madrid did get off to a sleepy start, maybe because of this. Who knows? They gave up 2 quick goals, but then they stormed back and scored 5 straight, winning the game 5-2.
Yeah, that's one way to get at your rivals right there.
Some fireworks right outside their hotel. Oh, big welcome to Afternoon Focus. I'm Julie Grant.
And I'm Jay Struberg, in for Rob Nelson, who continues to enjoy time at home with his growing family.
Yes.
Hope to have him back soon. But let's begin, as we like to do here, with the stories from the top of our feed. And remember the old Arsenio Hall bit, things that make you go, Well, this story is one of those.
Yes, Starbucks is adding olive oil to its latest selection of coffee drinks. Oleato latte has oat milk and a spoonful of extra virgin olive oil in it. And another drink called the Oleato Golden Foam Cold Brew has 2 servings of olive oil plus some sweet foam milk. The drinks are coming to our friends in California first. That'll happen this spring, and then the rest of the country later on this year.
I'm
okay,
skeptical.
Jay,
I'm skeptical.
would you try it?
No, we talked about this earlier. I love olive oil with bread,
Yes.
but having it in coffee?
Yes.
I don't know.
So I've heard people say that it's like kind of cleansing to the system. Like some people will take a spoonful of it in the morning, just a spoonful of olive oil just to kind of get your system going. I love olive oil. Like being
Same.
Italian, I think I could eat it on everything. So I'm like, why not in the coffee? You probably wouldn't even notice it.
It just doesn't seem like that you would throw it in there, but I'm willing to try anything.
It's good for you, right? They always say
Yes.
it has great health benefits. So we're going to Starbucks when it comes to
We're giving it a
town.
whirl.
Yeah. Oh, so every day, scientists are discovering brand new things that change a lot of what we learned in grade school. For example, remember when Pluto was a planet? Well, now apparently it's not.
Ooh, big controversy there. Well, this next story is kind of like that because a new analysis of seismic waves is changing what we know about the center of the Earth. Until now, there were 4 known layers of the Earth: the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. But now, geoscientists say they've discovered a core within the inner core, and it's made of iron. They looked at seismic waves produced by earthquakes over 20 years and found the waves have sped up, which suggests the core has solidified into a metal ball. Get all that? Well, the discovery will help scientists understand the Earth's magnetic field a little better. Apparently, what this is also going to do is give us clues about how the Earth was formed. I was talking to our weather guy. This is actually not coming from me. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No,
but
that's
Scott
okay.
Withers,
Yeah.
Scott Withers was telling me about it earlier, and he says it's like the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. It's going to really it's the roots of our operation here and to show us how this Earth was formed. So it could be fascinating stuff.
Right.
Love science.
Do you really?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. Like all the stuff that James Webb Telescope is
Okay.
giving us, these new sights from beyond and the exoplanets. Bring it. Bring more of it.
Oh, wow. Did you always do wellness classes in school, I'm sure?
Never.
No.
I just like to rely on the experts. Really. What
I
do you
see you
think?
being
I know
such a good
nothing.
student, Jay. Yeah. Hey, you're honest. Appreciate that. Well, from sharing pictures of the grandkids to moving retirement money around with a swipe of a finger, technology is taking over the daily lives of everybody, including our parents' generation.
But not every retiree is adept at apps. So, how do you teach old folks new tricks? Well, one program in Ohio is doing just that by bringing middle schoolers to a senior center. Our friend Katie Hussein takes us inside.
Press the phone icon.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, that's just trickier than tricky.
I don't know what that stuff means.
It's called Technology with Teens, a partnership between Strongsville Schools and the Senior Center.
How do I get rid of these that I don't want?
I think you could swipe and then delete.
I talked with 11-year-old Jocelyn and 85-year-old Joanne.
When I'm 85, I don't even know, can't imagine what technology is going to be like and how you keep your head wrapped around it.
And it moves so fast.
I think it's really important that everybody knows how to work their phone correctly and stuff, and it's just any age could really help anybody, and you don't need to just pair up with someone your own age and stuff. So it's just really nice to meet new people and do new things and stuff.
During the 45 minutes or so, I watched the pairs go from strangers to friends in no time, sharing knowledge and laughs.
That means that you could send it later today.
Oh, type it in now and then
Send it later.
Oh, yeah, right.
So
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm lucky I can send it when I send it.
It's such a perfect flow.
6th grade science teacher John Lepowski drives the van for the senior center during the summer months and developed this idea with the senior services coordinator, Sheena Wright.
I had a lady tell me that she got more information out of this last 45 minutes than she's ever gotten.
They say the need to help seniors stay connected in an online world is critical. So too is the human connection this provides that we all need.
And I think that these kids have stuff to offer the generation that they're here helping, and I think the generation that's here has stuff to offer them. And I think that comes together to make a meaningful experience and more well-rounded relationships and a cool thing in the community.
My wife is up here at the senior center all the time. I'm too young to be up here. I just come for this.
While decades may divide them,
the kids keep you young.
They show how old you are doesn't define you.
I love helping older people and helping people out, so this is a great match for me.
And illustrates our value at every age to enrich each other's lives when given the opportunity, like here.
There's a couple new things that we can do for texting.
Okay, all right, tell me.
It's something we're programmed for. No instruction required.
Are you going to be doing TikTok dances after this, Joanne?
No, I don't think so. I'd be lucky if I could call my friend.
Oh, so cute.
That's great.
Okay, so much good in that setup, right? Because think about it, younger generations, yes, they're so tech savvy, they're amazing. I wish I could sit in with those 6th graders too and get a lesson from them. And then also from older people, you know, I see this oftentimes, younger children that impress me so much are the ones who can carry on a conversation with an adult, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes you see kids that are just kind of glued to their phones, and I don't know if it's like a safety thing or what they get accustomed to, but having that interpersonal communication, you know, with these seniors, I think will develop those skills and just make them more well-rounded.
We just take for granted how easy technology is in our lives. Older folks didn't have that. They didn't grow up with it. And I see like the little kids, like my nephews, they're just like boom, 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 like shooting. I'm like, whoa, I realize how detached I am from it, you know? I'm like,
do they help you, Jay? Do they ever like show you things?
They probably do. They probably could teach me a few tricks.
I always tell my little cousins their job is to make sure I stay cool on social media. Like if I do anything really uncool on TikTok or Instagram, like they have to be like, and Joel, like, take down that post, take down that video. You're a bit extra there. All right, friends, now it's time to get the popcorn ready. I want to bring you a few quick stories that are just fun to know.
Let's do it. Our theme today centers on the birthday of an actress who we've seen grow up right before our eyes.
Happy birthday, Drew Barrymore, the actress and now talk show host, turns 48 today. It's fun to know her first on-screen appearance was as an 11-month-old. She was in a dog food commercial. 6 years later, then, she became part of a cultural lexicon in E.T., of course. That movie then led to her becoming the youngest host in the history of Saturday Night Live at just 7 years old.
Can you believe that? I can't even believe ordering a pizza at 7 years old.
Yeah.
Like hosting SNL.
Oh, I mean, she's just remarkably talented.
So charming, so engaging with the camera. That was such an iconic scene with E.T. that we showed the viewers.
And it's also fun to know how she got the part of Gertie.
Yeah. It turns out Barrymore caught Steven Spielberg's eye when she auditioned for the lead role in Poltergeist. Spielberg went a different direction for the horror classic, but picked Barrymore for his family-friendly project, which was originally titled A Boy's Life. And finally, we all know actors take props from sets as little mementos.
And it's fun to know that Drew Barrymore took home the cowgirl hat that she wore in E.T. Look how cute this is. And she said that she's given it to her daughters.
Good touch there. She has such staying power in
Right.
Hollywood.
Right.
Rom-coms, whatever. It's like, Drew Barrymore's never going to go away.
No.
She's going to be there forever.
I think she's really so beloved. Like, she's very much the girl next door. She's very relatable. On her talk show, she just looks so easy to talk to. I think that's why she does so well with her guests. She's just, you know, really cool and really fun and easy and has a really good self-deprecating sense of humor, which I always love to see that.
Good stuff.
All right, friends. Well, you don't want to miss the story we've got coming up next for you. We're going to introduce you to a woman who is trimming down barriers in hair care for kids.
I don't know what determines if a child just lets me do it or if they power through even if they're having a really hard time.
Here's a little eye candy for you as we welcome you back to Afternoon Focus, a sunrise time lapse over hoodoos at Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah. Hoodoos means to bewitch, and they're columns of weathered rock. At Bryce Canyon, some of the structures are taller than a 10-story building.
I'm bewitched right now and transfixed as well. That is beautiful.
I know you are, Jay Struberg. Oh, welcome back. You know, Mother Nature, we say, is beautiful, and the same goes for the spirit of the next woman you're about to meet.
Yeah, she's forging a new path to help kids with special needs get a haircut they've been denied in traditional salon settings. Our producer, Ali Flahim, introduces us to Miss Jelly from Houston, Texas.
All right, we're going to count to 30 together, okay?
Okay. A haircut can be a big hurdle for some kids.
Turn that on for me. Ready?
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Ready?
Kids like little Miles. What's up? 9?
Yes.
10? 11? 18? But holding the clippers is Angelica Robinson, aka Miss Jelly.
So both my parents are hairstylists. So growing up, I always kind of was drawn to the kids that will come into the shop. So when I got into the field, nobody wanted to do the kids. So I was just naturally the person that everybody said the kids to.
She noticed most kids coming her way were from the special needs community and had sensory challenges.
It's okay.
She toyed with the idea of putting her salon on wheels, and Peace and Love Studios was born.
Because I could go to them anywhere. I could go to the hospital, I could go to their therapist office, I could go to their house, just make house calls.
To parents, she became a blessing.
Most of the parents are very emotional. You know, they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this, reiterating what the previous experience have been like, either with another stylist or if they've had to do it at home. And I don't really know what determines it. I don't know what determines if a child just lets me do it, or they power through even if they're having a really hard time, or they just say, you know, all right, Miss Jelly got me, you know, we can get through this.
She plans to train other stylists to serve clients with sensory challenges. In the meantime, she's calling on other salon owners to step up.
Put steps in place to be a more inclusive environment. So a wheelchair ramp, incorporate some quiet hours. So if someone has a harder time with the sounds or the lighting in your salon, postpone judgment. Let's care about the people that come in the salon like it's somebody that's your immediate family. And hopefully you would treat your immediate family with kindness and love.
This way more kids can have moments like this. I'm
okay! Oh my gosh. Well, unfortunately, an accident has taken Miss Jelly's truck off the road, but she continues doing house calls. And if you'd like to donate to get her mobile unit up and running, we've got the information for you over on our Facebook page.
You know, they talk about nurses having bedside manner. It looked like Miss Jelly had some hairside manner. Like she was calming those kids, like the one that jumped from the seat. She's got a difficult challenge there. We know how difficult it already is to give a kid a haircut.
Sure.
Add on that challenge and man,
oh
good
my
for her.
gosh. No, I love what you said. It's a gift, right? It's a gift. Bedside manner is a gift with doctors and, you know, and for someone like her in the hairstyling industry, not everybody could do that. And I'm sure you would meet lots of hairstylists who would say this would be really challenging to do. And the fact that she's embracing it, doing it with such class, welcoming, open arms, really and truly, she's a magic maker, like we like to call those good people doing good things. And so bravo, Miss
Doing
Jelly.
two things too, because cutting hair, you know, with your hands, and then also verbally having to pacify a kid who might be going through something or might be, you know, just stunned a little bit.
Sure.
By the
No,
experience.
you're right, Jay. That is certainly no easy feat,
Nope.
what Miss Jelly is doing. Oh, well, we're so glad she agreed to share that story with us. And when we come back, we're going to take a new look at the cultural dishes that we know and love with foods that are as good for your heart as they are for your taste buds. Welcome back. We know every culture has its own food traditions, and the ability to explore other cuisines is a really exciting part of life, especially in those cities where many cultures come together.
Yeah, things can get tricky though when it comes to nutrition. Maya Rodriguez introduces us to a group of women taking old traditions and adding a healthier twist.
Jasmine Westbrooks finds comfort in the kitchen.
I think of my grandmother and how she's in the kitchen all day fixing all these different dishes.
A registered dietitian, Westbrooks is one of the founders of Eat Well Exchange, a 5-year-old national nonprofit that teaches community cooking classes, focusing on healthier versions of cultural foods through simple changes.
A lot of times when you look up healthy eating, you may not find some foods that you may have grown up with if you have a different background or ethnicity in this country.
On this night, a group of women gathered in Raleigh, North Carolina to learn how to cook several dishes in a healthier way.
We're also making soulful grits, where we're going to use spices like turmeric and cumin and actually put in the collards and even some kale in that. And then we'll have some jerk shrimp and jerk salmon to go along with it as well.
And for dessert, a berry cobbler.
Instead of using flour, which there's nothing wrong with flour, but we'll be using oats, which is going to have a lot more fiber.
Eat Well Exchange classes take place in person at community centers or online via Zoom, building up knowledge over their courses several weeks. Ramona Allen immediately incorporated one dish after making it in class.
Definitely the greens. I literally learned that recipe and went home the very next day and made the greens. And it's getting ahead of it because out there in the world, a lot of people are coming so close to being pre-diabetic and they're not even aware of it.
Southern cooking is delicious, but it's not necessarily the most healthy.
For breast cancer survivor Justina O'Neill Parker, learning these recipes takes on added urgency.
When you're a survivor, there's always the chance that you're feeding hormones, or you're doing things, you're eating certain ways that you shouldn't, that may cause a reoccurrence. And we just didn't want that.
Nutritionist Danae Ward says it's important not just to focus on the health benefits for students, but also what the dishes mean to them.
I'm originally from the Bahamas, and just thinking about how powerful food is when you talk about food just not being fuel. So when you think about making a curriculum, you need to think about food in terms of like just a powerful statement. It's about culture, it's about family.
And, says Jasmine Westbrooks,
so good,
creating healthier communities.
It's the community that wants to change. It's the community that wants to be empowered and want to be healthy.
One dish at a time.
Oh, anything we can do to improve our health is good, right? Jay, are you a cook?
I am not. I do make one dish, though. Have you ever been to True Food before?
Yes, True Food Kitchen.
They have one of those bowls. What I did is I looked it up online because I didn't want to go to True Food, and I made it myself.
Yeah.
Tofu, sweet potato, grains, broccoli, onion. Good stuff.
Yum.
Promise you.
That sounds really good.
And very healthy, too. Comes with like a special sauce that you make. But I can't help it. Every once in a while, like a fried chicken sandwich just hits the spot. But
so good,
I guess it's all things in moderation, right?
Right.
If you just balance it out.
Yeah.
You can have the bad stuff. If there's a football game on, you want to eat some chicken wings, go for it. But try to stick with the salads and the fruits as much as possible.
That's good.
Are you a healthy eater?
Terrible eater. No, I have like the diet of a third grader. Yeah, I really do. And what's really bad is because I love to work out, and all the fitness experts will tell you, and I know this, you can't out-train a bad diet. So I know.
Right.
But like I look at it as like, I don't want to diet. I can't do it, won't do it, don't like it. So I just want to be able to eat what I want, and then I go in the gym, do my thing, and I'm not trying to win any fitness competitions, so I'm good with it.
You are what you eat. I'm telling you.
First,
if you're stressed out, the first thing I would always say to you is check what you're eating. Check what you're eating and how much sleep are you getting.
This is true. Yeah. For Fat Tuesday, did you let go yesterday? No.
I was in moderation.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. Oh, I did Chick-fil-A, Moe's, and Crumble yesterday.
Oh, wow.
All three. I did it right.
Yum.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, find out why a cat is breaking the mold by embracing the open water. This is Afternoon Focus. Oh, welcome back. You can say this. I can't even.
You can't even read it.
No, I can't read the prompter because I can't stop staring at this cat. It might be a wet whisker Wednesday with this video. This little sweet feline loving the water.
She's probably just on the hunt for some fresh fish, maybe? I don't know. Maybe? Some tuna?
Probably.
Some tuna?
Wouldn't it be awesome if she just like looked down and was like, oh, there's a fish, and just grabbed it like with her paw?
Looks like she's pretty chill, though.
I joke with my brother. He's got this beautiful fish tank in his house, and I'm like, I'm bringing Rocky over for dinner, Bill, you know, because I have a cat, and he probably would dive into my brother's tank if he could. Yeah.
Well, that's our show for today.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow. Thanks for being with us, and you know what we say, same time, same couch.